We have arrived at Sunday. It is officially 3 o'clock Eastern Time. My name is Jared Bear Fuller. Welcome to the Sunday video update. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, Today's date is Sunday, September 19th, 2021. So glad you could stop by and indulge me for the next hour or so. Dad's here, but he's actually in the bathroom, or he went towards the back of the house because he's on the phone with my Aunt Elaine right now. Amy is in the camper, so she's probably watching from the camper. So hello out to the camper. So there's a lot to talk about. I hope you've all been doing well. I'm just going to start with earlier today because this morning was something happened in the neighborhood. There was a horrible accident involving a deer and a motorcycle over on M57 between Hemlock and Brennan. They had the whole section of M57 closed for like 2 or more hours. Flight care was called. Flight care was called to the scene, and then they had to airlift the patient to, I'm guessing, Flint, because the helicopter went that way towards Flint. They might have even went to Ann Arbor, depending on the severity of the injuries. But there was heavy police presence, emergency personnel everywhere, and it was really bad. It was closed for like I'd say about 2 hours or so. It was really bad. And then afterwards, I decided to go to Corunna and came back through to Chesaning. Had to do a little bit of grocery shopping because I'm going to be preparing a ham soup very soon. I'm going to be throwing in I'm going to have a shank ham cooked up. I'm going to throw that into the crock pot. Going to peel some potatoes, cut them, boil them, do all that good stuff. Throw that into the crock pot. I bought some frozen vegetables. I got celery, baby carrots, frozen corn, frozen peas, green beans. Going to throw it all into the crock pot, and I'm going to add, I'm going to add some herbs and seasonings to it. So there's going to be salt, pepper, garlic salt, seasoned salt, and minced onions. That's what I add. And it's going to make the house smell absolutely amazing. I've made it like 2 or 3 times before in that crock pot. My brother Wayne got us the crock pot for Christmas, so thank you, Wayne. But it's going to make the house smell good, and it's going to taste just as delicious as it smells. I love soup. And we are now in September, which means that it is the time of the year for warm soups because it's going to start getting chilly. And matter of fact, it's actually quite warm today. We're expecting temperatures to cool off. We're expecting more rain, actually. It's on the forecast. But it's been kind of a crazy week. Amy's brother was here. He went back home on Friday, so that was a relief. Yeah, there's been some things going on. There's a couple of deaths to announce. Sadly, I think it was Thursday, my Uncle Ron Perkins had passed away. He was 74 years old. He had ailing health issues for a very long time. His funeral is set for this Tuesday. I'm not sure which funeral home it is. I had spoken with my Aunt Cheryl this morning and asked me if I was aware that Uncle Ron had passed away, which we are aware of that. Dad went over to Uncle Ron's house, and his kids were there. My cousin Becky, which is his daughter, she's up from somewhere down south. I'm not even sure where she lives now because I haven't seen Becky in who knows how long. From where? Oh, from North Carolina. Okay, thank you, Dad. So she came up from North Carolina. She will be here, of course, for her dad's funeral, which is on Tuesday. So now, out of 10 kids from my great-grandparents, there's only 4 of them left out of the 10 kids. So now there's Uncle Mark, Aunt Joanne, Uncle Bob, and Aunt Joyce. That's it. My grandma Charlene, which is his mom, passed away in a car accident back in 1996. And we've lost Uncle Dale, Uncle Keith, Aunt Janet, now Uncle Ron. And I said Dale, didn't I? Uncle Dale. Dale, Keith, Ron, Grandma Charlene, Aunt Janet, and Uncle Ed. So there's 6 of them gone, and the remaining 4, Uncle Mark, Aunt Joanne and Aunt Joyce. There's so many of them. Um, I have a funeral to attend on Friday, or I'm sorry, Tuesday. Tuesday. Um, I don't even know. Do you know which funeral parlor it is? Do you know which funeral home they're having the funeral? At McGeehan, right? At McGeehan Funeral Home in Chesaning. It used to be Walker Martin at McGeehan Funeral Home. Okay. That's all I needed to know. So yeah, and we lost another comic legend. Norm Macdonald had passed away at the age of 61. And what was very peculiar about his death is that he died as a result of cancer. He had kept this a secret for nearly 10 years, and nobody knew he was sick. I don't even think his closest friends knew that he was sick. But he had been battling cancer for a very long time. I remember Norm Macdonald from the sketches on Saturday Night Live, of course. Who doesn't remember Norm from Saturday Night Live? He made a lot of appearances and different movies over the years. Like he had his own TV show called Norm. He was recently in the KFC commercial. He was Colonel Sanders, which I really enjoyed those commercials. He was in like Adam Sandler movies, and he was in Doolittle Male Gigolo, if you remember that movie with Rob Schneider. He was actually the bartender who threatened to shove what did he call that? A swizzle stick, I think it was, up Rob Schneider's pee hole if he didn't pay him $11.50 for. But Norm Macdonald was the bartender in that movie, and he was just on a lot of different projects over the years. And we lost him on Tuesday at the age of 61. I'm still kind of heartbroken about that because Norm Macdonald was like one of my favorite actors, comedians of all time. And Bob Saget has his own YouTube channel, and he recorded himself talking, sharing memories that he's had with Norm over the years. And it's about 37 minutes long. If you go and check out Bob Saget's YouTube channel, you'll see a slide of pictures of Bob Saget with Norm Macdonald, and he's just talking, and he actually gets emotional in the recording, which I got emotional listening to it because, you know it's real when you hear, people talk about their memories that they share with their comedic friends, and now they're gone. And, yeah, it's sad. It was a sad thing. And my jaw hit the floor when I learned of Norm Macdonald's passing. It's like, no fucking way. Norm Macdonald, really? But yeah, we lost a comedy giant, in my humble opinion. Gone but never forgotten. I'm never going to forget the Colonel Sanders commercials, the KFC commercials where Norm Macdonald was Colonel Sanders. Those were funny. Those were funny. But joining me off camera now is a guy filling his face, getting something to eat because it's about that time. Yep. So Amy is out in the camper, I believe. I try to get her to stay involved in these things, but for some reason she goes into another, I don't know. She keeps to herself whenever I decide to do these. You don't have to hide, Amy. Well, I understand that. I understand that. Yeah. All that drama going on, which is fine. I mean, if she wants her alone time, that's totally cool. I like my alone time as well. So it's essential that we have our alone time. But my week was actually long and busy. And if you can hear something blowing on the mic, it's the fan behind me because it's actually a little warm in here and it's very warm outside. So a lot's been going on. We had, did we have bad storms come through last week?
Yes, we did.
Was it? No, yes, it was last week. It was last week. Yeah. We had some severe weather. The hailstones were the size of hen eggs. I mean, they were huge hailstones. And matter of fact, it was right after, I think it was right after I wrapped up the Sunday video update last week when we got hit with the severe weather. I'm almost certain. I think it was last week. the hailstones were huge. And I thought for sure the windshield of my van was fucking obliterated after the hail. Those hailstones were huge. I'm not kidding. Really big, like 2 inches in diameter, really big. And I started to worry. It's like, oh, there goes my windshield. I'm done. There goes a $500 deductible to get a windshield replaced. But it was bad last week. We had awful hail, and they're talking more rain in the forecast for this week with much cooler temperatures, which is fine. And it did put me in the mood to do a little shopping this morning. I went and bought some stuff for my soup. I got a shank ham and a bag of potatoes. I got some frozen veggies, baby carrots, celery, and of course I had all my herbs and seasonings, which I think I did a little while ago. How quickly I forget. But yeah, a lot's been going on. I'm doing okay for the most part. Just, keeping in contact with friends on my cell phone and checking emails and, doing the usual. I went to the Back 40 last night and enjoyed a beef nacho supreme because, hey, I was home alone. Dad and Amy were at the Owasso Speedway. I was home alone for a good majority of the day, and I didn't feel like cooking. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to go up to the Back 40. Had a beef nacho, had a Coke, played a little bit of Keno, lost a lot. Actually, I spent 10 and lost 8 of the 10, so I came home with a couple bucks. And I had a friend that I talked to. His name is Jerry, a very, very nice guy. And I just, Jerry's deaf, and he reads lips and understand what we're saying, or we make hand gestures. And I about fell off the bar stool laughing yesterday because a really gorgeous looking woman went walking by. Jerry was sitting next to me at the bar. I was sitting in this bar stool. He was sitting here, and just a beautiful woman walked by us, and he turned his head and he kind of did this with his eyebrows, like, twitching his eyebrows. Jerry, you can read lips, but I can read minds, buddy. I know exactly what you were thinking because he was staring at her ass. And yeah. Sometimes he'll go like that. But Jerry is a hell of a nice guy. He'll go, ooh. And Jerry's a good guy. They've had to get after him a few times because he gets a little too demanding. He wants drinks. He wants his Club Keno tickets ran. He gets a little bit loud, which everybody knows he gets loud, but he's typically he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Don't talk politics. Don't talk Republican, Democrat. Don't say anything because you'll set him off. I've seen him even though he's deaf and he can formulate words and sentences, but you really have to listen to what he says because it might be difficult to understand him at times. But when he gets going on politics in particular, watch the fuck out because he will tear your head off and shit down your neck. He will. I mean, that's just how he is with being, but as a friend, as a human being, he is one of the coolest friends I've ever had. I never speak politics with him, but I have bought him a beer a time or two, and he is a really nice guy. So yeah, I was down last night. Dad, you were out at the Owasso Speedway last night. My cousin Damien's car caught on fire. Yep. Damn. So, and Friday was the 17th, correct? Yes. Friday was the 17th. Happy late birthday to my cousin Natricia. Yeah. Trish is 13? She's 13. She's a teenager already. Oh my God. She's a teenager already. I remember when Heidi brought her home from the hospital. I remember when Trish was in diapers. I remember Trish when she was very, very little, but she's not very little anymore. She's grown into a beautiful young lady, and I love you, Natricia. Happy birthday. I hope you had a wonderful 13th birthday, and I miss you guys. I might come up to see you soon. I don't know yet. I never make plans. But I would really like to get up there and see him again. So there's that. Something else. See, I need to start writing these things down because I sometimes forget. Big things happen and I forget. I did a daily rant recording, and it was yesterday. And the big announcement that I was going to make, because I said in the daily rant recording yesterday, I had a big announcement to make today in the Sunday video update, was the death in the family. Our Uncle Ron passed away, which I already announced. And this Tuesday, at noon sharp Eastern time on my YouTube channel, there will be a video available to the public. I'm not going to say what it's about, but it is it's a day that is very pivotal. It's a day that marks, it's like the end of my navigation through something personal. You'll see the video on Tuesday, and you won't be able to comment on the videos because I have the comment section turned off because of trolls, and I have no time for stupidity. But if you have any comments about the video that you're about to watch on Tuesday, you can email me. The email address is in the About tab section of my YouTube channel. It's only available and visible to computers, desktop or laptop. So, email me. Let me know what you think. But if you're going to be a dick, just don't bother, because I'll chew you up and spit you out. But yeah, Tuesday is a very important day for me. And as I mentioned, I think last week, yes, we are in like the latter part of September, which is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. I don't raise awareness to childhood cancer anymore. I think personally, with all the commercials with St. Jude, and you've got all these different organizations, they get airtime and recognition on social media, whatever the case may be, we are far beyond recognition point. Everybody knows about childhood cancer. And when anytime someone tells me that the world doesn't know about childhood cancer, I call their fucking bluff, because we all know about childhood cancer. It doesn't get as much airtime or as much media attention as, say, breast cancer or fibromyalgia or muscular dystrophy or multiple sclerosis, whatever the case may be. But it does get the time. WWE, they do in September, every September, they have they do a segment for childhood cancer in honor of Connor's Cure, Connor the Crusher, who passed away as a result of cancer. So they do segments on WWE on Monday Night Raw, and I think on SmackDown. And do they do it on NXT? So they do it on all the programs. Okay. They have the St. Jude commercials, and I know this is going to be such a controversial topic because, Jared, they don't talk about childhood cancer. They don't get nearly enough airtime. Hey, guess what? An astronaut / employee of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital went to the fucking moon. Actually, did they go to the moon? They just had I don't want to be inaccurate, but they just had a space shuttle. Yeah, and one of those people works at St. Jude. She's a childhood cancer survivor, and she also works at St. Jude. But she's inside the fucking rocket. She's in the space shuttle. Did they go to the moon? Yeah. So, and they've had segments about this girl. Her last name is Arsenault. They, as a matter of fact, I can look it up right now, right quick, because I did see this. Come on, load phone. I think her name is Haley, but I could be wrong. Let me double check here. Yes, Haley Arsenault is her name. She is a childhood cancer survivor. She works at St. Jude. She was treated at St. Jude, and she is also an astronaut. She went into space. She's into the NASA stuff. So don't tell me that childhood cancer doesn't get nearly as enough attention as it should. Unless you're living under a fucking rock, then I don't know what to tell you, because childhood cancer gets the recognition. Again, maybe not nearly as as, say, breast cancer awareness or fibromyalgia or multiple sclerosis or muscular dystrophy, but it gets the attention. I gave up raising awareness, as I've outlined any number of times, for any number of reasons. And just when I think I've figured out all the reasons why I stopped, I keep peeling back layers of that onion. And it's like, oh, okay, well, there's another reason why I stopped, because I don't agree with this. But I'm always open to, reaching out to people individually, talking one-on-one, having the personal connections, which, by the way, there is actually a little warrior from England. She wants to do a video chat with me very soon, and we have to yet discuss a time when we're going to do that. So I'm looking forward to that. And she's a toddler, and she's a cutie pie, though. I've seen pictures of her, and she's very sweet. I sent out a few letters this past week. I had written to 3 survivors and a warrior. One warrior's in England. There's another survivor in, I think, I'm not going to name the states, but I think there's like 3 different states. So yeah. See, I've been busy. I've been busy this week, so I need to keep an itinerary or keep a list of things written down so I know what to talk about in a Sunday video. I tried doing that once before, and then I just said, "Fuck it, I'll go by what I remember," which isn't shit because I can't remember anything. Yeah, I have CRS, can't remember shit, but anyway, Dad, how was your week now that you're here?
Weird.
It was weird, wasn't it?
Just one right after another, man.
Yeah, it was.
Drama.
And that's all I heard. And I did get pissed off. I was really upset last week because of some shit that happened here that shouldn't have happened, and I blew my fucking top. I don't appreciate being disrespected when by people that we let stay here, that we take them in when they have nowhere else to go and they disrespect us. Yeah, I lost my cool, but I'm over it now. It's water under the bridge. We're still talking, but I told him that's never going to happen again. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't be disrespectful. But whatever. Over with, done, gone, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, they know about Uncle Ron passing away. Aunt Cheryl messaged me this morning and asked me if I knew about Uncle Ron, and I said, yeah, we knew, but there's really nothing. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I don't see. The thing is because the family's so big. I don't know who tells who. Like, I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if Aunt Cheryl found out by someone else, and I would be a moment too late letting her know that I knew that Uncle Ron died. The family's so big, so it's like eventually everybody's gonna know. And of course, like Dad said, they somebody's bound to put it on Facebook sooner or later. Who did? Becky. Yeah. But Uncle Ron was 74 years old. He had a lot of health issues. He had trouble breathing. Next week would have been his 75th birthday. His funeral is on Tuesday in Chesaning, McGeehan Funeral Home. Uncle Mark stopped over, and I offered my condolences to Uncle Mark, which is Ron's brother. And, Uncle Mark, I think we keep an eye on Uncle Mark quite often, not just because he stops in here on occasion, but Uncle Mark is the youngest of the 10. And like, if we're having supper, we're preparing food or doing whatever it is we're doing, and like at Thanksgiving, Christmas time, we have dinners here. Hey, Mark, come on in, join us for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah, did you eat yet today? Oh, I had a hamburger earlier. No. Make a plate, motherfucker. Get in here. You're not gonna go hungry. You get in here.
You ain't leaving now. I got
Yeah,
Okay.
get your ass in here and get something to eat. And
Packed the plate one night, boy, he was full.
yeah, whenever we cook food, I'm not the kind of person who's going to turn someone away, especially if they're hungry.
We don't do that.
That's not who I am. But Uncle Mark knows that if we're preparing food of any sort, he's always more welcome to it, and we don't turn him away. We don't turn anybody away. Just don't disrespect us. That's probably the only thing that would ever make me turn someone away, is if you disrespect me, and if you're going to do it while you're here in our home, on our property, or otherwise. That's probably it. But
He apologized. He did. He apologized.
but in any event, I don't turn people away. Not when they're hungry, especially when they're hungry. I mean,
Wanna leave someplace where it's warm?
well, I mean, like when my niece Angel,
Yeah.
she was taking care of some young children because their mother got in some legal trouble. She ended up in jail. So my niece Angel was left looking after these children. And she contacted me. I remember she contacted me. She said, Uncle Jared, I don't have any food to feed these kids, and I was wondering if you could help me out a little bit. Well, absolutely. We can't let babies starve. So I went and did the thing, not to be self-promoting. It's not a vanity thing, but just as an example, I'm trying to make here. I don't like to see other people starve. I don't like to see pain. I don't like to see agony. And if I can help alleviate that problem in some way, shape, or form,
Or do something dumb. That's
Um,
the regret.
yeah. But the thing is, what I'm saying is if I can help somebody, I'll, if I'm able, if I'm physically, emotionally able to help, I will. But if you're going to put yourself into situations where you knew this shit was going to happen prior to being lazy and irresponsible, well, I mean, I would still probably help,
I would.
but it's like you're going to get a lecture to go along with the help that I give you. Stop fucking around and get your priorities straight. And, just like today, a friend of mine, I offered to help because we're going to be making soup in our crock pot. And I offered,
You look
Uh,
alone,
I invited him out and he declined the offer. I'm done offering, I'm sick of trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. He won't accept help from me, but he'll accept help from other people. I'm done.
and how do you say that?
I'm done.
I'm having people that done me wrong.
Yeah, the family who put him in the bad spot that he's in now, he's gonna eat dinner with them.
Whatever.
What to your heart's fucking sweet little content, dude. I don't care. I try to be a nice guy. You don't want my help. Whatever. That's not going to change who I am as a person, as an individual.
Helping other people.
I try to be nice to everybody. Sometimes they put me in positions where I can't be nice, and I gotta kind of be a little rough around the edges. But as all the cool kids say, it is what it is. The weather is what it is, in my humble opinion.
My heart goes out to the people that got hit that deer this morning.
Yeah, that was wow. Because Dad and I, we were sitting here, like he was sitting where he's sitting, I'm sitting on the other couch where Amy usually sits, and it was just nonstop blaring sirens. And it's like, what the fuck? What something's going on. And we stepped out on the front porch, and all we heard was just siren. And then we heard a horn from a fire truck. It's like, what the hell? So what I did was I went down here to Rockles Road, hung a right, went back to M57, and Dad says, well, you look this way, I'll look this way. And we both looked, sure enough, a whole swarm of cops and emergency personnel. They were down here on M57. And it's like, wow, it looks like it's up at the corner by the church. It was actually beyond the church, on the other side of Hemlock Road. But it was just, it's like, wow, something's going on. So because we couldn't go through on M57 going west, what I did was I came up Hemlock to Baldwin to Brennan and back to M57, for those of you familiar with the area. And I was going to come back this way. I got as close as I could without getting too close to the scene of the accident. And I had taken a picture of all the emergency personnel and the EMTs and things like that. I had to do a UE, come back. Then just as we pulled into the driveway, as a matter of fact, after I got back from the scene of the accident, a flight care chopper was flying over the house, and it's like, shit's getting real now, because now choppers are getting involved. We passed an ambulance with the sirens and the lights on, and it's like, wow, man, wow, just unbelievable. And the chopper, the flight care helicopter, was headed towards Flint. And when I was going shopping on my way to Corona this morning, there was an ambulance without its lights and sirens on at the corner of Baldwin and 52. They were headed towards Saginaw. Who knows? It was a horrific scene. Yeah, we hope they're okay. We hope they're okay. It was a deer collision with someone on a motorcycle, and that's why I get worried about Dad. That's why I worry about Dad. I understand, Dad's, you're always careful, but those deer are.
Why I don't ride early in the mornings and towards the evening.
Yeah, but the thing is a deer will move regardless.
Yeah, but the deer during the day, like today, right now.
Yeah.
Will be in the woods where it's cooler.
Yeah.
Tonight when it cools off,
And
it will be out again.
It did happen this morning.
It's cooler out.
Yeah, and they were moving. You know, when it's cooler, the deer like to move. They're in search of food, and they're in search of warm places. And it was bad. It was like the scene out of a movie. But we certainly hope that the person or people involved make a healthy recovery, and our thoughts go out to them. It was a horrible accident this morning. Horrible. Because Dad, that's. We know a lot of people. We are well known to our community, and we know a lot of people in the community. We know a lot of people who own motorcycles, whether it be family or friends. We know a lot of people, and a lot of people know us. So, but it's just like that. I mean, we know people and people know us. So at this point, it could be anybody, might not even necessarily be someone from our area, could just have been someone, passing through town. But it was horrific, and we certainly, our thoughts certainly go out, and we send our best to the person or people involved. Good grief. When you're in a car, it's one thing when you're in a car, you've got four wheels and you've got walls surrounding you. Your chances of not getting an injury are better than being on a fucking motorcycle where you've got nothing holding you down, you got nothing surrounding you, just your body and the bike. That's it. And you don't want to be strapped to a motorcycle should it start to roll. You want it to throw you. Although it doesn't sound very nice to say, you would rather it throw you, but I wouldn't want to be stuck to something that's going to flip. I would rather eject me like into a field or somewhere.
With a car, you do have, if you roll, you at least got.
Yeah. I've hit a deer. I've hit several deer with vehicles because at the last minute they jump out. You can't see them until they're right there. And I can handle a little bit of, replacing a headlight or whatever the case may be, maybe a fender where the plastic or whatever it is, the alloy chips or breaks or whatever. I can handle that. I can have a muffler replaced. But when you're on a motorcycle, you have no protection. And what Dad was trying to refer to, and I was hearing what he was saying, is that he had a pickup truck one night, and we were coming down Baldwin Road from Express Stop, and a deer darted out because I had a tray of nachos that I got from the gas station, and operative word had. We come down Baldwin Road, a deer darted out in front of us, and we hit it. We dragged her. Dad says, "Oh, fuck my truck." And I said, "Oh, fuck my nachos."
Yeah,
And they were all over the floorboard.
totaled my truck over.
And yeah, the truck was totaled. We had to call wrecker service, and it was a weird night, man. It was a strange night.
That's
It's
why I
like,
said,
wow.
on motorcycles, watch the deer.
Yeah, you have to,
Everybody,
always.
You have to be alert.
You have to be mindful of your surroundings at all times, especially when you're on a motorcycle.
Most definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not to say the I hear this being said all the time too, where, well, those motorcyclists, they think they own the fucking road and blah, 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 blah. No, they don't. I've seen a lot of crazy motorcycle drivers myself. They veer out in front of traffic. They cut people off. I'm not saying they're innocent.
I've seen people do that to us.
Yeah. But the thing is when you're just going down the road and you least expect something like that to happen, a deer out of nowhere. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't end well.
It's on a run across the road. You don't know. You could be right there.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't end well. It's like, was it last week a deer took your rear view mirror off? Wasn't that last week?
Last week when that deer took my mirror off.
Dad was coming down Baldwin down here by the cornfield, and out of nowhere comes a deer, knocked the side mirror off.
There was a deer.
Yeah.
Road in front of us. I slowed down.
Yeah.
Now I turned my head and I'm watching this other deer running down the side of the road. I turned my head back. All of a sudden, boom! I'm
Yep.
like, what the? I didn't even see the deer.
Yep.
I knocked my mirror off.
Knocked the mirror off, and Dad had to use a little bit of Gorilla Glue or whatever. Was it Gorilla Glue?
Yeah.
And some black tape, electrical tape.
Yeah. But the thing is,
but deer are unpredictable.
I got a $500 deductible. I could replace a mirror for $20.
Yeah.
Why would I pay $500 to replace $20?
See that's what I don't like about it's what I don't understand about deductibles, because if you pay your insurance on time every month, why the hell do I gotta shell out more money just to get something fixed on my car? That's why I have the insurance. That's why I paid the premium every month. Why do I have to shell out more? It's like I'm being punished for using it, when by law I have to have it. I don't understand all that. That's another discussion for another day, because quite frankly, I don't fucking get it. Maybe someone will have a better explanation, or a better, help me to understand better why the state does that. I honestly don't understand it personally myself, but I don't know. By law, you have to have insurance, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. In Michigan, I don't know about other states, but I know for sure you have to have insurance on your vehicles. I think that's everywhere. I think that's nationwide. That's a nationwide thing. You have to have insurance. The wise thing, you got to have it. It's good that you got to have insurance. Yeah, well, I'm saying it's good that it's the law, because there's medical expenses involved.
But to pay a $500 deductible when your car's only going to cost you $20,
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Yeah, I can't see, like he said, and
turning it into the insurance company.
It's not worth the insurance claim. It's not worth going to your insurance company to say, gee, I need a rear view mirror replacement. It's only going to cost a measly $20 to replace it, because then you got to shell out a deductible, which could be hundreds to even thousands of dollars, which, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Just buy the fucking part you need or whatever and put it on. It won't cost you anything, just what you pay to get the part. But I don't know. Like I said, maybe someone can email me and explain to me how that works, because I personally don't understand that at all. But so yeah, there's my spiel on auto insurance for today. What was there anything else you wanted to talk about? I can't think of anything right off. I can't think of anything right off. See, there's always something to talk about, but I never know what to talk about. Like I'll get it in my mind. Like I have a topic and then gone, just vanish into thin air. It's like, Well, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, there was something else. It just came to me. Um, my buddy Abram, he lives in the Upper Peninsula, survivor like I am. He was recently in an accident. He was on a moped riding through his city, and the car in the other lane changed lanes without seeing him in the blind spot and suffered some injury. He was hit by a car, but he's doing. I guess he's doing okay. I texted his mom and asked him how he was doing. He's in a little bit of pain. He's still sore. The road rash is starting to scar over, which is that's a good thing. But it says people got to pay attention to what the fuck they're doing. You got to pay attention. Put the cell phone down. Stop texting while you're fucking driving. Pay attention to what's going on in front of you. There's nothing more important. Listen, there's nothing more important on this that you should ever take your eyes off the road. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what's in front of you, beside you, behind you. Always be mindful of your surroundings. Put this down. Put this thing down. This is not important. When you're behind the wheel, the only thing important is yourself and the people around you, not your fucking phone. Put it down. Unless you need to use the phone for, like, say, GPS, you got to find it on the map. Then you pull off to the road or pull off the side of the road and you look. You don't do it while you're fucking driving. Please. For the love of the fucking phone down. I saw one of somebody we've known for years. I was telling you this last night, Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa. She told me that she watches my YouTube channel, and I had no idea that she even watched my YouTube channel. So hello, Melissa. We're doing okay. Everybody here is doing fine. I saw her last night, or not last night, yesterday, at the Admiral gas station, and she's like, yeah, I watch I see you got a YouTube channel. It's Jer Bear, right? And I said, yes, it is. And she says, I thought that was you. I watch your stuff sometimes. I see you post random content. Well, there's going to be more random content this coming Tuesday, which I hope she will watch if she's watching now. I'm always trying to, add random stuff to this channel, but thank you, Melissa, for acknowledging my channel and for watching and for the views. And as a reminder, if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. You can't comment on any of the videos, but if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Give my videos a thumbs up. Let me know in an email. You can contact me via email what you think of the channel, and I'm open to a little bit of constructive criticism is okay, as long as it's constructive and you're not just being a dick. But I'm always open to hear from people and just to read what you have to say. I would reopen the comments, but there's too many trolls and troublemakers who like to comment shit on my videos. It's just a bunch of falsehoods, and I'm not going to deal with that. So that's why I had to remove the option of commenting on videos, and I also had to remove the chat log in my live streams because I've had far too many people coming in here saying things that aren't true, spreading misinformation, and I'm just not going to deal with that. I'm not going to deal with being harassed. So, but if you want to email me, okay, email me, and I will assess your email, and we'll go from there. How long have I been here? I don't even know how long I've been here. I've been here for about 45 minutes. Coronavirus has hit some family members in my family, not me or dad or Amy, but some close relatives of mine. And so we've been asked to not go to their home until the COVID goes away, which goes without saying. I'm not looking to get COVID for a second time. But some very near and dear people to our hearts have COVID, and we know of one person who's actually hospitalized with the COVID right now. And we hope that everybody makes a speedy, healthy recovery. And when I had the COVID, it was a quick hit. I was bankrupt of energy. I couldn't taste. I couldn't smell anything. Um, and it was at Thanksgiving when I had the COVID. That's when it really hit me. When I was supposed to be filling my fucking face, as it turns out, I was in bed on a breathing machine. Then I told Dad, I said, I got to go to the emergency room. This is not good. And so I went, had the mascara brush thing with the nostril. And then the next day at 4:00, oh, yeah, we're sorry to, we regret to inform you, Mr. Fuller, you got the COVID. It's like, yeah, figures. So I had to take zinc and vitamin C, and I drink a lot of Powerade, Gatorade to boost the electrolytes. I had eaten, I think I had grapes and raisins and stuff like that. So I kept hydrated, and I did what I was supposed to do. I even put a sign on my bedroom door that said, "This bedroom is quarantined off. I am in quarantine because I have the COVID, and I would kindly ask that you don't enter. You enter at your own risk." I even had to put a sign on the front door that said, "COVID-19 has hit in our home, and we ask if you refrain from entering. If you don't need to be here, please don't." Um, I had it. Amy had it. Dad didn't get it. Dad didn't get it, which is good. I don't want Dad getting COVID. Yeah, Dad's been doing okay. I mean, you've been doing pretty healthy. Other than the high stress and anxiety, which I think you bring on yourself most of the time because you can't say no. Yeah, but you got to learn when to say no sometimes. They had to he went to the doctor recently. They had to adjust his blood pressure medication because the stress levels, a little up there. And the doctor told you exactly what I've been telling you, is don't make everyone else's problems your problem. You can't fight everybody's problems. You can't solve everybody's problems. Sometimes you got to let people do as they will, and you got to let nature run its course. You can't control everything and everybody. You got to let things happen. It's a hard thing to accept. And I speak from that experience because I'm no stranger to speaking my mind about certain individuals. And, I've people think that when I speak about other people, we'll talk about this for a minute. People think that when I talk about other people, I call people out on their bullshit when I see through them and their garbage. They think I'm being mean or mean spirited or whatever, synonym you want to use in place of that. The truth is, I'm not being mean. I'm trying to get to the root of a problem. And once you recognize the root of a problem, when you get people to understand what it is that's wrong or not, it's just not right. When you try to get people to understand that, you're thinking of them enough to try to do a service for them, to say, hey, this is wrong. I don't know why you would ever think that this is okay on any given circumstance, but I'm only doing this because I'm looking out for you. There's people who are just too fucked in the head to know the difference. So I've learned to say fuck off and good luck to you. If you want to repair a broken friendship, you know how to find me. You know where I am. But if you like sex predators and drug addicts and narcissists, and if you like all these trashy fucking people, you can have them. I don't care anymore. I did what I had to do in trying to help people. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop helping people. It just means that I have to set boundaries, and I have to know who to help and how to help. Doesn't mean I stop helping. But in any event, even if you're someone who supports fighting all monsters and you're accepting bribes from sexual predators, hey, that's on you. That's on you. Or if you're joining childhood camp, stupid as the stupid does. Have at it. I'm done. But, you know, people think I say things to be spiteful and mean spirited. Maybe some of the time, sure, but not all the time. There's a reason why I say the things I say and do the things I do, because some things need to be said and done that everybody else is afraid to do or say. I'm not. So, um, oh yeah, there was. See, I know there's always something to talk about. There's always something to talk about. I was on Owasso on Friday night. Excuse me. I was on Owasso on Friday night. I went to Myers. I went to Meyer. Um, I got a tote with those see-through totes. I think they're made by Sterilite, I think is the name of the company. I'm trying to organize my autograph photos. I'm trying to, um, I want to alphabetize them because the file cabinet that I have is just not wide enough. The drawers aren't wide enough to fit the envelopes that they came in, because I like to keep the envelopes, the original envelopes. The drawers aren't wide enough to fit the folders in the envelope. So I had to buy the big totes, and I'll be buying more in the future. Because I want to alphabetize all of my autograph photos. I'm pretty close to having 350 autographs. There's 2 more I'm expecting in the mail hopefully very soon. But people are busy. They got their own lives to live, and I get it. I'm not in any hurry. They'll get to it when they get to it. But I decided that I want to keep my autographs in a tote or totes, several totes, because I have a lot of autographs. Dad knows that. Dad knows I have several hundred autographs, and I'm always looking to add more. Always looking to add more. I thought I received another message here. Let's take a looky, shall we? Nope, no. Let's see, no messages. I got my phone on vibrate, so I thought I had a message. Thought I heard it beep in. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh well. Someone will message me and say, "Oh, you're so handsome," which I've been getting messages from lady friends. They message me and they say, "Oh, you're so handsome, you're so sexy, you're so attractive, you're so cute." It's like, oh, women. I know. I want to make plans with some of these women that I'm speaking with, but no, they're not married. They're not, Dad. They're not married. They're not. They have lives of their own. They've got children. They've got jobs. They've got things that they have to do, just like myself. I have things I have to do. But yeah, on occasion I get the, "Oh, you're so handsome, you're so cute, you're so sexy," and I'm just, geez, thank you. Tell me something I don't know. I think it's flattering. I like to get messages like that every so often. It doesn't hurt. But I actually have made plans with a few of these women who are single, just to hang out, and hang out over drinks or spend a day at the park or whatever the case may be. Nothing, like that. But even if that, so what? That's nobody else's business. But I don't see any intimacy happening. Just friends getting together, hanging out, whatever, just shooting the shit like friends usually do. And speaking of friends, I was supposed to go visit a friend today. Yeah, I was at Admiral gas station last night, and our friend Kelly works at Admiral, and I was out squeegeeing off my back window and because she works at Admiral now, and she's, hold on, wait, don't leave, don't leave yet. Someone wants to say hi. It's like, well, who wants to say hi to me? It was her adorable little sunflower toddler named Lily. She was video chatting with her mom. And she says, Lily, say hi to Jared. And she turns and looks at the camera, and she recognized who I was, and she starts smiling and making faces. And then she's trying to share her cereal with me through the phone. It's like, you adorable little cutie pie. But her mom says, well, you got to come up and see us. You know, she's getting big. You got to come up and see us sometime. I will come up and see you. Reese I think he had soccer practice today. So I was unable to go up there and visit earlier because I had other things I had to do prior to the Sunday video update. I might even go up there still after I'm done, if it's not too late, and if Reese is back home, which I'm pretty sure he is. But yeah, so I'm always popular in someone's world, which, okay. Well, I mean, it's nice to be wanted. It's nice to be thought about. But when I'm by myself, you know, it's like, I'm cool with being by myself. I love the alone time. I crave it. I can never get enough alone time because I can hear myself think. I can write in my journal, which I've been writing in my new journal, book 130. I've been writing in that incessantly, and it's been great. I love writing. I mean, there's people like I've written poems over the years, and I've had a lot of wonderful reviews in spite of the few people who like to say that I write dirty poems and inappropriate poems, which it's not the case at all. I've had a lot of awesome reviews. Like they read my poems, and it's like, these story poems are amazing. They're awesome. They're beautiful, you know? And yeah, I mean, when you have an imagination, you know, and these people who, this is the thing that really gets me too, Dad. You know, these people who foster lies and like to start shit and spread rumors, they get so creative and imaginative with their rumors and gossip. Why not put that to good fucking use? Why not use your imagination to write a story, a fictional story, have it published? There you go. You're this good at telling stories, write a fucking novel. Quit trying to make someone's life hell because you don't like them.
The reason is good because they haven't got the life.
That's true. That's true.
That's the only life they got.
The only life they have is paying attention to me and what I have to say and what I'm doing in my life. That's pretty sad. Y'all got to get your own lives, and y'all got to start. Just never mind what Jared's doing, or just come here to listen to what I have to say during the week, and or whatever the case may be. Whatever I like to talk about, hear my thoughts on some things, or watch some of my content. Whatever it is that gets you through the day, but don't come here just to, oh, well, Jared's going to be here. Jared's going to be there. We got to go and warn these people about Jared. Fuck off. What are you warning them about? There is no threat. There is no harm. It's like, you people really and truly got to get a life and just not focus so much on what Jared Bear's up to. Because Jared Bear's too busy living his life, trying to live his best life. And I would only suggest that you do the same. And get out there and see the world and spend time with people you love, and just look after each other and take care of one another and help people without expectation, you know, help each other without expecting anything in return. But we're not in those days anymore.
People need to try to help themselves before other people help them, and don't expect somebody else to help them 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I ran into that problem. What Dad's referring to is, you have people who, they're too dependent on someone else. You help them once and then they expect it all the time. And the truth of that is that y'all got to help yourselves sometimes. Y'all got to, you know, try to make a go of things, give it your best. And if you can't make things happen, if you can't make things work, then you come to a friend and say, I need a little bit of help. I promise I'll make it right with you, or whatever the case may be. Work out a deal or whatever it is you talk about. But ultimately, you have to try to make things work first for yourself. You have to try yourself. You don't just go to someone and expect them to clean up your messes. That's happened to me quite a few times. I don't hear from anybody until they need something. And when I don't have it to give, they write me off, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, they put me on the back burner, which is fine. I mean, whatever floats your fucking boat, man. I don't care. There's only so much I can do. But I always make honest attempts to help others. So we have officially reached the 4:00 hour. I've been here for over an hour. I thank you all so much for tuning in this week to the Sunday video update. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jerry Bear Dad. Any final words? You have no final words this week? Really? You usually always have final words.
Yeah. Final word is help each other. Be safe out there. And take care of one another. Check on your elderly.
Yes.
They could need help right now.
Yes. I agree.
Okay.
Amy would say peace out if she was in here. I don't know. She's in her own little world. So if Amy was in here, she'd say peace out, have a good week, and blah, blah, blah. What I'm going to say is I love you all very much, and I thank you for tuning in this week to the Sunday video update. I will be here next week, which I think is the 26th. So be sure to mark your calendars, or, if you don't have anything else to do on the 26th, just stop in here at 3:00 Eastern time and listen to the Jerry Bear speak for about an hour. And I do have a video coming up on Tuesday that I hope you'll all watch, and it's very important. So coming to you from my home in Chesaning, Michigan, much love to all of you. Take care, peace out, and be safe out there. Stay healthy, and we'll see you next week. Later.